If you're looking for a really simple way of getting healthier, looking better, feeling more energetic, making more money, and just being overall more productive in your life, quitting these 6 terribly destructive yet insanely common habits is a really good idea. So these are all the habits that I wrote down in January of 2020 that I really wanted to quit this year. And now it's halfway through May, so it's about 6 months into 2020. And I'm gonna give you a review on how I did, what I think about each of these habits that I've quit or have failed to quit. Okay, so the first habit was using my phone in my bed. And looking back, it's only been 6 months, but looking back, the fact that I use my phone in my bed, like first thing I did when I woke up or right before bed or even halfway through the night, like that's just insane. I would never do that again. And I highly recommend cutting that out. Using your phone in your bed is like the ultimate waste of time. It's just a dirty habit. It's like sitting on a couch and just flipping through the TV channels. And so now what I do and what I would recommend doing, if I'm in bed, I'll just write out my plan. Look at this, I got a plan right here. I don't even remember doing that. I do this so often, it's just a habit now. So I take pen to paper and I brainstorm out my ideas. Another great thing you can do in your bed, if you wanna have some technology there, is just use an MP3 player to reprogram your mind. So what you do is you write out a script of all the things that you want to have in your life, and then you voice record yourself speaking those things, put it onto an MP3 player, and you listen to that every single night. And say you reprogram your brain. I mean, that's just how the subconscious mind works. Your subconscious mind starts processing everything you thought about right before going to bed. And so if you write out a list of all the things that you want to do, or at least your couple big things for the next day, you write that on a piece of paper, your subconscious mind starts going to work and making progress towards that goal even while you're sleeping. And then when you're listening to an audio MP3 recording of your ideal things that you want to have in life, this is just a great way of manifesting those things a hell of a lot quicker because now you're thinking of them in a more relaxed state and you're visualizing yourself with them already. The second habit I have that I now no longer have, thank God, is watching so many random YouTube videos that have nothing to do with improving my life, interspersed throughout the entire day. If I am gonna watch YouTube videos now, I typically watch like 1 or 2 channels that are really geared towards improving my life and that are completely in alignment with me accomplishing my goals. And when I do watch them, I'll watch them like maybe halfway throughout the day once, and then maybe in the evening once, but that's it. I'm not watching them constantly throughout the day. If you're wondering if you watch a lot of YouTube videos or you know you watch a lot of YouTube videos, I would still recommend going to your search history on YouTube and looking at your watch history and just seeing what you've been watching lately. Have you been watching a bunch of random UFC fighting videos or videos about the coronavirus, videos about anything trendy or anything like not in alignment with your goals? If you have been watching those videos, just take note of that. Only watch videos that are really geared towards helping you improve yourself as a person with your business or with your relationship or with your health or with your fitness or what have you. All right, so this third habit is one that I'm still battling with, and that is just going on Instagram randomly throughout the day, checking DMs and giving a couple scrolls, maybe checking comments and just crap like that. Stuff that's not very, very useful. I mean, maybe checking DMs is useful, right? You can go in there and make connections with people that you're gonna meet in real life, or maybe it's helpful for making sales, or maybe it's helpful for answering questions and coming up with ideas for content or whatever. But for the most part, I probably only need about 5 minutes a day on Instagram. But I don't need more than that. I have definitely done better. I used to spend way too many hours on Instagram, and I installed an app that was showing me how long I was spending on each app per day. I think it's called Your Hour. I was using Instagram like 4 or 5 hours a day. It was insane. Now I'm down to less than an hour a day, which is really good compared to 6 hours, but ideally I'd like to be using less than 5 minutes a day. It's something that I've gotten better at and still working on. Okay, so the fourth habit is another one that I'm still working on. It's definitely not one that I have perfected yet by any means, and that is posture. Sitting and standing with better posture. So now when I drive my car, at least, I try not to drive like with my head hunched over like that driving. I try and have my head back touching the headrest. And even when my head's touching the headrest, I try not to be like that touching the headrest. I try to be like that touching the headrest. So at least when I'm driving, I have like an objective place to put my head and have a good posture there. I still would like to be better standing and be better sitting with my posture. So it's really easy for me to sit cross-legged on the floor and be hunched over working on my laptop for hours. It's very comfortable for me. I can spend hours that way. So if you guys know of an awesome way to help me improve my posture, please post it in the comments below. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, the fifth habit that I've kind of sort of gotten a lot better at is not using Gmail and Messenger on my phone. And the reason I say kind of sort of got better at this is because first off, I deleted Messenger from my phone and now no longer have Facebook Messenger on my phone. There's no point, it's on my laptop, I can just go in there. But even then, I blocked the Messenger app on my laptop because I kept finding myself going back to it habitually without even being aware of it. So now I've blocked Messenger on my laptop, but what I can do still is go to facebook.com and then use the little Messenger inside of facebook.com. That's what I do there. Kara. And then for Gmail, well, I recently hired an assistant. She's gonna start working with me next week full-time, going through all of my emails, so I don't need to open Gmail at all. She's gonna report back to me at the end of each day, Monday to Friday. So I'll have no access to emails on weekends, and I'm really looking forward to that because just checking my Gmail periodically throughout the day and checking Messenger throughout the day is just such an attention thief, you know? Another little tip I have, a little side tip, is that when I want to get a lot of work done and I have my phone near me, it's very difficult because I'm always tempted to grab my phone and either look at Gmail or look at whatever on the phone. But what I have is I have these lock boxes, and I'll show you an example of a lockbox right now, actually. Kara has her phone in there right now, so I can't open it. Looks like this. Looks pretty ghetto because I've duct taped it because I bought the clear version by accident. Time lockbox, you put your phone in there and you lock it up, you spin the dial and you lock your phone up and you can't open it. So lockboxes are freaking amazing. Highly recommend them. I just bought 2 more. So when I go back home, I'm gonna have a lockbox in each room of the house. That way I can just quickly put my phone in there and just get to work without being tempted to grab my phone. If you want a lockbox at a discount, click the link in the description. You'll save like 10%, but I highly recommend them. They're freaking awesome. All right, so the 6th habit that I've completely gotten rid of, which I'm so grateful for, and it's probably one of the deadliest habits that most people have. In fact, you may have it right now. And if you do, it should terrify you because it's completely wasting your life. And this habit is so not even spoken about. It's something that I really want to bring more awareness to, and that is going to bed without a plan. So if you're going to bed without a plan, without a list of things that you want to do the following day, or at least without one thing written down on that list that you really want to get done, you're just waking up and winging it. And when you wake up first thing in the morning, your brain is still in like dreamland. Like you're still like wondering if you just ran away from that dinosaur, if you just won the lottery. Like your brain is not super sharp, it's not super clear. And typically that's the moment when you decide what you're gonna do today or decide like how that day is gonna go. Your brain is still in freaking la la land and you're deciding like, okay, well today I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna have a coffee. If you plan it out the night before, which I started doing, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be excited to get to work on something that you're actually passionate about. And you do this day in, day out, day in, day out. It's gonna be no surprise when you become very, very successful. By going to bed every night with a plan already written, what you're doing is you're giving your subconscious mind something to work on while you're sleeping. It's like you're getting extra steps ahead. It's so freaking awesome. Highly recommend not waking up and winging it. Instead, writing out your to-do list the night before. I have my light automatically gets turned on because I have the timer set. So every night at 8 p.m. light turns on in my room, bing, and then 10 minutes later the light automatically shuts off. Typically I try and focus on the one big thing for tomorrow, the one core thing. And then after 10 minutes of writing, boom, the light automatically shuts off and I go to bed. That is the game plan. If you would like to see the 7 habits that I'm working on now for the rest of 2020 and beyond, I will post a list of them in the description below. And if you want to learn how I'm making full-time income right now that allows me to live wherever I want to live and drive the car I drive and swim in the lakes I want to swim in, then link in description for tedcarclass.com. That's a class where I show you exactly how I'm making full-time income selling online courses. These are courses that I've created. I walk you through how I've created them and how you can create your own course as well. So if you fancy yourself a coach or a teacher and you want to start selling online courses, tedcarclass.com is the place to go. All right, peace out for now. Much love. Adios.